So we've concluded the Liturgy of the Word, and now we move into the Liturgy of the Eucharist, which begins with the presentation of the gifts, or as it's sometimes called, the offertory. We'll see a lot of movement at this particular time. We'll see the altar servers preparing the altar. We'll see the cross-bearer going to the back of the church, and we will see the ushers doing that very important job of going around the church and taking everybody's money. And I know as a pastor that you never ever hear me talk about that. God help me. As we know that the offertory, though, is a very wonderful moment. It's a graced moment because it gives us the opportunity to give thanks to God, not only for the gifts that we've received in life, for the blessings that we received, which are countless, but also to the blessings that we've received through the celebration of the Liturgy of the Word. Now it's our opportunity just to give back to God what we have been given. We take nothing for granted. Everything is a gift. When we've been in Haiti in our twin parish, it's an amazing experience where the offertory becomes a real symbol of offering the fruits of the earth. They've brought up fruits and even chickens, live chickens, as a sign of them giving back to God the fruits of the earth, the gifts of creation that they have received. And really that's what it's about. We just bring up the gifts of bread and wine. Yes, they're going to be transformed into the body and blood of Lord, but they also represent the gifts of creation, the gifts that we've received. And the money that we've collected, as we know, we do that. We want to give back to God what we've received because we want to keep the mission of Christ Church alive and active. Not only here in Our Lady of Lourdes, in this little territory that we've been blessed with as part of God's kingdom, but we also want to make sure that we are fulfilling our responsibility as baptized Christians. You will notice that the gifts of bread and wine are brought up by various members of our parish family, and we'd like more people to get involved with that. If you've got a special occasion, for instance, coming up, wouldn't it be great as a family or as a couple, you come forward with the gifts of bread and wine, just as a sign of saying, wow, we've been blessed as a family, we've been blessed in our relationship as a couple. So it's great to see people bringing up the gifts of bread and wine, and also the money, the offertory, because that's also a sign of giving back to God the many gifts and blessings we've received. And of course, while all this activity is going on, we're singing God's praises. And if you notice, the offertory hymn, like much of the music, will focus on what's happening at that particular moment. And therefore, once the altar is ready and the priest comes to the altar and picks up the gifts of bread and wine and offers them to the Lord, then we know that we're moving into this amazing moment when bread and wine will be taken and transformed through the power of God's word and the grace and power of the Spirit into the body and blood of the Lord.